We're set for baseball.
22-year-old right-hander Nick Adenhart getting the start tonight.
There's a presence of a person that you know when they're really going to be a key person in the organization. Nick Adenhart definitely had that about him.
The 3-2 delivery. Breaking ball. That one freezes him. Struck him out looking.
Vote in that situation shows why they think very highly of this kid.
He was a kid that would never quit. He knew he had the talent. He got a taste of the big leagues last year and knew what the challenges were.
In his 3 starts last year with the Angels, he pitched a total of 12 innings and he walked 13 batters.
The growth that we saw from this teenage kid that came into the organization until when he was pitching for us this year is incredible.
The 2-2 got him. A high fastball swung on and missed. He struck him out. He is pitching by far his best game in his major league career.
Nick threw 6 scoreless innings in just his 4th big league start, and the promise of the future was there for all to see. But in the blink of an eye, he was gone.
I remember that night. I think I left about 11:30, 11:45, and he left around the same time. And I remember telling him, "Good job today. This guy pitched a great game," and I had to commend him on it. The next morning, about 7 o'clock a.m., I get a phone call and said he had passed.
Angels pitcher Nick Adenhart and 2 friends killed by a suspected drunk driver.
I was like, wait a minute, he was just with us last night. What the heck's going on here? It's just amazing how things can change in an instant. It's unbelievable.
The Angels naturally canceled their next game, but the players and coaches still turned out as one to share in their grief.
Going into that baseball field, a lot of his closest friends was in that room, and you see grown men crying. It moves you a little bit.
Pretty much cried for quite a while and got to the park and kind of started all over again as soon as you walk the tunnel and you see his name on his locker and different things.
I was locker mates with him for the first week. It was obviously one of the toughest things that we've ever gone through or ever will go through.
When you lose a teammate, it's like losing one of your brothers. You're together so much. You're together more than your wife and kids, and you get to know these guys. They're like family.
The Angels were in a daze. Every trip to the ballpark reminded them of Nick. But as the healing process took its course, the memory of their friend served as inspiration.
Their club was rocked early this year by the tragic death of Nick Adenhart, which is why they wear the 34 patch on their jersey and why they hang his jersey in their dugout for every game.
You know, we bring his jersey into the dugout and, keep him close to us. I go out to the center field and touch his picture on the wall, every time I start. He's with us in our hearts still and still thought about every day.
So too is Nick remembered by the fans, who leave mementos outside Angel Stadium for a man they barely knew.
Obviously, the memorial outside is just absolutely incredible.
It says a lot about the community, the fans, that they'll never forget, and I don't think anybody ever will forget.
It appears that once again, the Angels will be competing for a world championship this October. And though Nick Adenhart will not be with them on the field, he will be there.
We have put him in a good place in our heart, in our minds. So no matter where we go, he will always be with us.